I am talking about my favourite Gore Grind album and my favourite Gore Grind band, Rompeprop. I heard somewhere that Rompeprop was, I believe, these guys are from Norway. I think they're from Norway. Well, I heard somewhere that Rompeprop was butt plug in Norwegian. So I'm literally wearing a shirt now that says butt plug. I'm not going to even tell you what it says on the back. It's a good thing I wear a jacket all the time, let me tell you. Now, Rompeprop, not a lot of people enjoy when a band uses drop-tuned vocals. What I mean by that is when someone uses auto-tune in the creative way in order to make their vocals lower and more menacing sounding. I love it. I think it's a really creative take on the genre. It makes the band different. Like, you can listen to Rompeprop and it's like you're not listening to just a random generic gore grind band. Now, I know the negative, which I mentioned in Gutalax's video, was the fact that Gutalax use a whole load of samples and it kind of takes away from the brutalness of the whole album. I've got... Why are you opening up? I've got to say the same, unfortunately, with Rompeprop. However, Rompeprop samples aren't as long. Their samples are literally about 2 minutes and you're into the song. The only difference with that is the intro song, which is called Quack Quack. But Quack Quack is fucking hilarious. It is... Rompeprop are the perfect mix, in my opinion, of comedy and gore music. Quack Quack is I think it's like a... I want to say it's like... It sounds like it's a TV show intro. But they've got the gore grind vocals over the top of it. So the intro song is... Da 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 doo 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 doo. Da 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 doo 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 doo. Da 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 da. And it's just funny. It is... That's it. That's just great. And then it comes in with the first song, which is Foreskin Fart, which is currently playing at the moment. Now, it's... Rompeprop class themselves as groovy gore grind, which essentially means porno grind, but we're going to call it gore just because it makes things easier for me. But this song has a really cool guitar riff. It's got the it's drop tuned, it's low, but still it's like a rock and roll style. It's not stupidly fast like most gore music where it's just it's slower, it's more it's groovy. This is, like I said, it's one of my favourite bands. This album is Rompeprop's GARGLE CUMMICS, which the name itself is a joke of Marvel Comics, and that's just obvious. Going into the artwork for Rompeprop's GARGLE CUMMICS it's amazing. It's exactly what you think it would be. It's not in your face gore. It's just that white element of gore where it's enough that you've got. Let me hold it and explain you perfectly. So you've got Bone Bag Rob, who's the bassist, on basically riding what looks like a flesh, like Frozone, except for if Frozone was using human flesh instead of ice. Then you've got Dirty Dr. Denti at the front with his little hacksaw and a bottle of what is definitely Jägermeister. And then here is the True in the background with his gas mask on, another bottle of some sort of beer, and he's holding a dead baby. So it's just that white element of gore, but it's not like realistic, as a joke. It looks like a comic. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they had a missed opportunity here. They could have definitely released a comic on this, and I know for a fact I would have bought it. So back into the music itself. Like I said in the opening, Rompeprop use auto-tuned vocals, which means that they do have lows, but the lows are dropped even lower with the use of auto-tune. A lot of people, when you hear auto-tune, you think of like major pop songs and stuff, where people use auto-tune so they can hit certain notes, so that it can just edit their voice that enough so that it sounds like they're singing perfectly. But auto-tune has been used a lot to in creative ways. The first song. Now, you probably weren't expecting me to talk about this when you clicked on a Gore video. The first song to ever use auto-tune in the creative sense was Cher's Believe, which had it in the chorus where it was, do you believe? They done that in such a way, you know it's got auto-tune on it in it when you listen to it. So obviously you had stuff like that, people got creative with auto-tune, and obviously the Gore community thought, well, why about we take that, just make auto-tune incredibly low. So you do have some songs where they make it high, which I don't like at all, but Rompeprop use it only to be lower, and it's really fun. They are a fun band, they are classic, this is going to be the first one that's up there. This is an S tier album in my opinion. I know if people listen to Gore music, they're probably going to hate me on that one, but Rompeprop's Gargle Comics is an S tier album. Because from beginning to end, it is fun. My favourite songs on this album, it is my favourite Gore album of all time, so it's going to be an S tier, fuck you guys. My favourite songs on the album are Horrible Hangover, Scottish Handcuffs, and Foreskin Fart. Just because Scottish Handcuffs great. Scottish Handcuffs probably has one of my favourite opening samples, which is the whole we're not that drunk, we're not that drunk, we're not that drunk, and then it comes in with these really fast drums of I get excited talking about this one. I don't really know what else to say other than I love it. I can't pick out many faults with it. I'm not going to go into what the lyrics are because I found out what the lyrics were the other day, but in true Gore fashion, they're not nice lyrics. Now, when a lot of people listen to Rompeprop, the other album which comes in mind is Menstrual Stronghold, which is, it's got some great songs on it, such as Dislocated, Purple Stuma, but it is much in the same fashion of Gargle Comics, where it's groovy. It's not like most Gore albums. This is, I would say, if you're a fan of extreme music and you're looking to get into the Gore community, this is the first album you have to listen to, as it's not as heavy as a lot of bands we're going to be talking about in this series. Rompeprop is that perfect element of comedy mixed in with gore, mixed in with just blast beats and your guitar riffs. And also, I know this isn't technically about the album, the bassist does one of the funniest / coolest looking bass guitars ever, which is basically a woman with her legs open like that, and he's playing on where the vagina would be. And he's dressed up as a skeleton, which is just added points to cool. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. This is, if you like Gore, you'd love this album. If you're getting into it, you'd love this album. And this is an S tier. You can argue with me as much as you want. I'm not going to respond to any of the arguments. But if you are in a Gore band, or you have a Gore album you'd like me to review and put into this tier list, then like, comment, subscribe, comment with the band you're in or the album you want me to review, and yeah, hope to see you next time. My name's Tom Peppard and this has been the Underground Metalhead.